Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and on this video we will be getting ready together. I know how much you guys love brows, liquid liners, cut creases, and even contouring on the lips and doing the baking thing. But I wanted to show you guys how I get ready. Typically this isn't something I would do on my eyes every day. I like to keep it really natural. But since you guys love this look, I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, leave me some comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you at the end of this video. So when my skin's feeling a little dehydrated, I usually like using the Perfecting Mist from Laura Mercier. When you put on your moisturizer on top, it basically sucks it all up, so it gives you more moisture than normal. So you want to just pat it down onto the skin. Then I'm going to take my PERISCOPE Blue Lotus Eye Adore Serum. Just using my ring fingers and patting it down. Don't forget to use your sunscreen. This one is PERISCOPE, and this also has vitamin E and soy proteins, leaving the skin softer and supple. This is also really good for sensitive skin, and it does have the SPF 30 in it. So I've been using this every day because I've just been more self-conscious about my skin, and I'm just making sure that I'm taking care of it as I'm aging. So now let's go ahead and start with our primer and foundation, and this is the Jouer Anti-Blemish Matte Primer. I have also been using this for a few months now, and I absolutely love it, especially because my skin tends to break out a lot. Now that your skin's prepped, I will go ahead and start with my foundation, and I'm going to keep this a little bit more lightweight. I'll be using the Smashbox Camera Ready BB Water. So it does come in a little dropper like this. So what I typically like to do is just do it directly onto the brush and then apply it. It's kind of like a face and body. If you've ever tried the face and body from MAC or Makeup Forever, this is a really good foundation. Again, I like to look lighter because I end up bronzing myself like crazy anyways. So I usually like to take a lighter shade on my foundation. Now if you want a little bit more coverage, I typically like to use the Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. And that has been the best one that I've used so far for my blemishes. Like if I have a lot of blemishes, like I'll just do it just in those areas. Otherwise, like if you're using a concealer for under the eye, I typically like to use the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser or the Tarte Maracuja Concealer. So now that that's blended out, I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is an NW30, just along the cheeks because that's where I usually have my scars and my breakouts. And then I also like to take my Beauty Blender to blend my foundation and really work it into the skin. Now another reason why I use the BB water is because I also like to use my Makeup Forever HD foundation sticks. These are great for contouring and highlighting. They also give a really good coverage, and I'll be alternating between the colors 123, 117, and 178. I'm gonna go with 123 just right here on the jawline area. Now the reason why I do that is because I don't like it to look too light. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the 117 for my highlights. Now for contour, I'm gonna take my 178, just my fingers down the bridge of the nose to give myself that nice contoured nose. And I'm gonna go ahead and directly apply along the hairline here, right where the cheekbone area is, there, and then along the jawline. Take my Beauty Blender, blend it all out. I usually start off with the lighter colors first. I do love a lot of coverage, but recently I've been trying to stay away from using like a really full coverage foundation just because my skin is getting better and I don't need as much coverage as I used to. I I like to look more natural, and I'm staying away from that really, really thick foundation look. And I'm sure you've seen my contour video, and if you haven't, do watch it, but I do go step by step on how to contour and highlight. So just using the tip of that sponge, blending out the nose. I'm gonna make sure that everything is blended out because you don't want any harsh lines. So now that the foundation's done, I'm gonna go ahead and set everything with the powder. And first off, I'm gonna go ahead and start with my highlight. This is the banana powder from Anastasia, and I'll be using my number 73 brush from Sephora. I like this brush because it is flat, so you're really able to get under the eye using the belly of the brush. And I mix between this color and this color. I typically like to use this color just below the cheekbone. And again, I don't like to look too light there. I want it to be as natural as possible. That's why I use that color. I won't be using my contour powders because I want to use a bronzer, and the bronzer that I'll be using is the Give Me Sun, of course. This is my favorite bronzer, and I will be using the 135 brush to apply this. So I typically like to use this right where I contoured with the cream foundation stick. I use the tip of the brush to kind of really contour the cheekbone. To set everything, I'm going to use my Studio Fix powder in NC42 with my 134 brush. And I just do this really lightly just to set everything. I sometimes like to use my Laura Mercier powder as well, or the NARS crystal powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe, I believe this is actually a contour and highlight palette, but I really, really like this color for my cheeks. And it's this middle color right here, and this is the 9BZ palette with the 114 blush brush from MAC. With my Sephora number 65 fan brush, I'll be using Mimosa from the Glow Kit Gleam palette from Anastasia. And then just right where the highest points of the cheek are. Now that everything is set on the face, I'll be using my CC Mist Fixer from the Face Shop, and it's actually a Korean store, so if you guys love Korean skincare, it's a bomb-ass store. Going back with my beauty blender to just work everything into the skin. Almost forgot, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of concealer underneath. Just a little tiny bit. I know I already applied my powder, but I completely forgot. I really want to brighten under here, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. So now let's go ahead and set the brows. I'll be using my NYX eyebrow shaper. Then I'm going to take my Anastasia brow definer in soft brown. This is such a great product, especially if you're always on the go and you don't have a lot of time in the morning. It's so easy to apply. It's shaped and angled perfectly to fit the brows and to give it that nice angle on the arch. So if you're always in a hurry, these are pretty amazing. And just follow your arch. I usually start in the bottom and then work on my tail, just like that. Then blend upwards, and I fill in on the top as well to really get that full brow. This is a preference. Brows are very personal, so not everybody will do the same thing that I do on my brows, but I do like a fuller brow, so that's why I fill in a little bit more on the top part of my brow. So now that those are filled in, I usually like to take my spoolie and then just brush it out to give it a softer effect. Take a little bit of my brow set. This is Girl Boy from MAC. Then I go back into my spoolie and then just brush it up some more. And I just kind of lightly brush it. Then to clean up, I usually like to take my NW20 concealer from MAC and with a concealer brush. Prefer it to be synthetic. And just lightly clean up underneath. You can go ahead and really define it. Again, that's personal preference, but if you want to keep it really soft, you can just blend it more. Then I'm going to take my Painterly paint pot from MAC with another synthetic brush, using this as my base. To blend this all out, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender and then kind of remove a little bit of the tail here. So I'll be taking my NYX Fluffy Crease brush with the Anastasia Fresh eyeshadow. And this is going to be my highlight. With my number 224 brush from MAC, I'll be using Anastasia Buon Fresco on my crease as a transition color. Then I'm going to take my 231 brush. It's a small tapered blending brush from Luxie with aubergine eyeshadow. It's like a plummy color from Anastasia. I'm going to keep this just onto the corner crease and then like really, really low into the socket. I'm going to kind of go back and forth with my 224 brush just to blend out the sharp edges. For my lower lid color, I'll be taking my 239 brush from MAC with Anastasia's eyeshadow Baby Cakes. And as you can see, I'm trying to keep it really low, just where before the crease hits. I'm going to go back into my Luxie brush just to kind of blend it out in the socket. For the bottom lash line, I'm going to take my 219 pencil brush from MAC with that Anastasia color, just along the bottom lash line. So now we're going to go ahead and do our winged eyeliner. So you always want to make sure you have a paper towel on handy so you can clean off any excess product. Go ahead and dip into your product here, using the rim to clean off any excess. So you want to create a line first, and then you're going to go on the top and bring it in. So depending upon how thick you want your line, that's just how you want it. You can even make it thicker if you'd like. So you start noticing that your brush is getting a little too thick or it's just frailing a little bit. That's when you go ahead and take your paper towel and clean off any excess product. So now you want to go ahead and look back, make sure that they are even. It looks like this one is a little bit higher than this one, but that's okay because I'm going to go ahead and clean it with my concealer brush. I don't necessarily add more product on there, but I'm using it with whatever product I used with my brows, and then just slightly cleaning up the edge. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes now. I'm gonna take my X-rated mascara from Smashbox And then real quickly before I apply on my lipstick, I'm going to use the Jouer lip conditioner. Is it safe to assume that you guys know how to apply your lashes? Maybe I'll do a video on that. But typically, it's really best if you tilt your head back and then look very close to the mirror. And then angle your lashes this way versus going straight on, because this is what's gonna help to really place it right along the lash line. And you just work your way. So usually I just apply my duo onto my lashes and then wave it back and forth until it gets tacky, so that when you apply your lashes onto your lash line, it doesn't slip or it doesn't move. It's better when it's tacky so that it just adheres onto your lash line. So you just place them on there. I usually use 2 hands, obviously, but I'm using a mirror here too. But you see how I just placed it on there, and then work your way in, and then just kind of move it around. Because you can still move it around like if it's tacky. And if you see any like duo kind of like that, you can always just like wipe it off. So the first color I'll be using is from Kaylin. This is the number 48. The next color I'll be using from Kaylin is number 32. And the last color to highlight is by Kaylin in number 5. So now that my lashes have dried, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of liner onto the lash line to kind of get rid of that duo look. To finish off this look, I'm going to fix my hair just a little bit and show you what I do. I've recently been using this Monat oil. I had already put it on when I got out of the shower, so in case you guys wanted to know what it looks like, it has a little dropper in there. You can use it for your face, your body, as well as your hair. I love that it uses natural oils, and the oils come from all over the world. So I've actually heard also that it helps with hair growth. So we'll see how it works. I will let you guys know on a little feedback. Maybe I'll do like a review within a couple weeks or so, maybe. But I did use this on my face as well as my hair and a little bit on my body. It has a really nice like citrusy smell to it. It's pretty good. Since I've already done that, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I use to texturize my hair. Again, from my last video, I know that I've been kind of like on this verge of just, I don't know, growing it out, I guess. I'm not really sure what to do with it anymore, but I think I'm gonna just grow it out. I have been using the Way texturizing spray on my hair, and you literally just spray it all over to give you that nice texture. I used to use a dry shampoo to just kind of give my hair some texture, and I have to wash my hair every day. Otherwise it gets really, really oily and disgusting. So that's what I've been doing to texturize my hair and give it a little bit of volume. But I've also been using the Bumble & Bumble Sumo Tech. I've been using this for quite some time now. I've had it for a while, but I can't seem to get through this entire jar. But I basically just grab a little bit of product, rub it all over my hands, and then work it into my hair. I'm not gonna probably get what I want with this hairstyle right now because I did not blow dry my hair. I kind of just let it dry throughout this entire process. And that's what I have been doing recently, because, you know, I'm just trying to keep my hair healthy and not use too much heating products. Alright guys, so this is your final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me. I'm loving this lip. This lip is pretty good. I love this color. I never would have thought to wear anything like this. I really like it. And my hair, hopefully it'll be something different the next time I see you guys. If you do love this video, give it a thumbs up in the bottom. Leave me some comments down below, and please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Bitty bitty bamba. Bitty bitty bamba.